Hi, everybody. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Lecture 1.2 Trade Part 2. And realistically, this is just kind of like a tweak on the original comparative advantage trade problem that we looked at in a couple of videos ago. Now, mostly before this, we've been talking about something called output style problems, where we think about a country and how much it can produce, or we think about how much someone can make in terms of like one person. But in this kind of problem, it's actually you'll be given how much it takes in order to make one of something. So for example, it would be like saying, how much time would it take for an Olympic champion runner to cut the grass, right? Versus how much time would it take for Mr. Glossinger to cut the grass? And so how much input in that, in terms of thinking about that, is what we're really looking at to cut one lawn. Not how many lawns can they cut in 1 hour, but how much, the other way around. You'll see. So how to spot an input problem? The easiest thing to do is look for time. Look for time or number of workers, right? And so it's pretty straightforward. They'll say, it takes this many workers to produce a car, or this many hours, or something like that. And the biggest difference is just going to be that instead of calculating opportunity costs with the outside number over, it'll be the inside number over. And we know that because it's an input style problem. Get it? Huh? Inside input problem. That's how we're going to figure it out. So this is going to be two countries. We'll just say the US and Bangladesh, and the hours per shirt. Notice in the table there, it says hours per to make one shirt or to make one unit of medicine. So we're going to say set up our table. Okay, and again, we're going to leave ourselves lots of space, because it's much easier if we have space for this kind of thing, right? We've got the US, and we have Bangladesh, and then we have hours per shirt, and we have hours per unit of medicine. And the United States takes 10 hours to make one shirt. That's a long time. Bangladesh, on the other hand, takes 5. Now, the first question to ask yourself would be, which one has the absolute advantage in making a shirt? Well, it's not who does it slower, it's actually who does it faster. And so in this case, Bangladesh has the absolute advantage in shirts. And it takes the US 6 hours to make a medicine, and 4 hours Bangladesh to make a medicine. So which one has absolute advantage in medicine? Bangladesh, because they can do it faster, right? But again, absolute advantage isn't going to tell us how much, or rather which country should do which, right? One of them is going to probably need to make shirts, and the other is going to make medicine, even though we know that Bangladesh is actually better at making both of them. So we're going to calculate the opportunity costs, but now we're going to use the inside number over. And so the trick here would be one shirt, right, is equal to the inside number, in this case, 10 over 6. Now, 10 over 6 is 1 4/6, right? Yeah, you're supposed to correct me if I'm wrong. So 1 4/6 is 1 2/3 of a medicine. Now we'll do the Bangladeshi side. One shirt inside number is 5 over 4 is the outside number. So 5 over 4 is 1 1/4 of a medicine. Now, which one of those two is smaller? Well, move that out of the way. 1 1/4 or 1 2/3? 1 1/4. So right here, we can say that the Bangladeshis, have absolute advantage in making a shirt. And that's because they have a lower opportunity cost as before. So Bangladesh has comparative advantage in shirts. And we'd say because 1 1/4 is smaller than 1 2/3. That's all you have to write. Now, tricky part. Remember this from last video? Which one has comparative advantage in medicines then? If it's the US or Bangladesh? Well, you can't have it in both. So it has to be the United States. But we're going to calculate it anyways, just to see, right? One medicine is equal to 6 inside number over the outside number, 10. 6 over 10 is 3/5 of a shirt. And for the Bangladeshis, one medicine is going to equal 4, the inside number, over 5, the outside number. So 4/5 of a shirt. Now that one's really easy to spot. The United States has it there. And so we'd say US comparative advantage in meds, because 3/5 is smaller than 4/5. Everything else is exactly the same. Terms of trade, that kind of thing. So it's really not too terrible. I don't want to do a terms of trade on this one. You're going to have a practice problem in the next set. The last thing I'll say is I taught you the quick and dirty method before about this kind of stuff. With these, you can still use the quick and dirty, but it's the smaller number in this case, right? 5 times 6 is 30. 4 times 10 is 40. So you want fewer hours. Now, again, 30 and 40, those numbers don't mean anything. It just allows us to quickly see which one has comparative advantage in which of the two products. So hopefully this helps you with input problems. See you next time.